positive outcomes. The Reserve Bank, on its part, stands ready to undertake further measures as necessary to assure market participants of access to liquidity and easy financing conditions. In the external front, the hardening of yields in the US reflects the lift from reflation trade. Prospects of political stability and expectations of fiscal stimulus have churned up risk appetite, causing investors to exit safe haven of US treasuries and search for returns. As a consequence, surges of capital flows have flooded into India. The Reserve Bank has been taking measures for dampening volatility and enabling orderly evolution of the exchange rate in consonance with the underlying domestic fundamentals. Mindful of the consequences of these actions for domestic liquidity and inflation, the injections of liquidity through forex interventions are being sterilized by absorptions through the reverse repo. We will continue to respond to global spillovers in order to secure domestic stability with our liquidity management operations. The various instruments at our command will be used at the appropriate time, calibrating them to ensure that ample liquidity is available to the system. I repeat, we will use various instruments at the appropriate time while ensuring, and I repeat, while ensuring that ample liquidity is available to the system. Instruments like OMO purchases, operation twists, and reverse repos will continue to be used. Our paramount objective is to support growth while ensuring that financial stability is maintained and preserved at all times. Let me now turn to assessment of the growth and inflation outlook. Let me first set out the MPC's assessment of underlying inflation dynamics and the outlook. CPI inflation rose sharply to 7.3% in September and further to 7.6% in October, with some evidence that price pressures are spreading. The outlook for inflation has turned adverse relative to expectations in the last 2 months. While cereal prices may continue to soften with the bumper Kharif harvest arrivals and vegetable prices may ease with the winter crop, other food prices are likely to persist at elevated levels. Cost push pressures continue to impinge on core inflation, which could remain sticky. Taking into consideration all these factors, CPI inflation is projected at 6.8% for Q3 2021, 5.8% for Q4 2021, and 5.2 to 4.6% in H1 of 21-22, with risks broadly balanced. Against this backdrop, we must now turn our attention to nurturing the recovery beyond meeting up of the pent-up demand and focus on setting it on a firm trajectory of sustained and high-quality growth. Data that have become available for Q3 2021 confirm that the economy is recuperating faster than anticipated, and more sectors are joining the multi-speed return, the multi-speed upturn that I had highlighted in my statement in October. The contraction in Q2 in the NSO's end November preliminary estimates has turned out to be shallower than projected in October. The Manufacturing and Services Purchasers Managers Index, that is PMI, at 56.3 and 53.7 respectively in November 2020 remain in expansion zone. High-frequency indicators of services showed stability and increase in the number of optics. In fact, I have spelled out some of these details.
तो ये थे RBI गवर्नर शक्तिकांता दास और उनकी तरफ से बड़ा ऐलान किया गया है। रेपो रेट में कोई भी बदलाव नहीं किया गया और साथ ही रिवर्स रेपो रेट भी में कोई बदलाव नहीं किया गया है, 3.35% ही रहेगा। और साथ ही RBI गवर्नर जो इकोनॉमी की फिलहाल हालत है उसके बारे में भी बात कर रहे थे।